back to another Take Flight Garage video. Today's video is on the Rennline aluminum pedal set. This is the generation 1 without the throttle extension. So we're going to dive right into it. First things first is to clean up this giant mess I made when I was removing the brake booster and all that other kind of good stuff. So we got everything cleaned up and ready to go. Mocked up the pedals here so you can kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. The process is pretty much the same for all three pedals minus the gas pedal, but you're just going to pop off the rubber grips. They literally just pull off, and then you have the metal bare pedal exposed. You're going to mock up the Rennline pedal, and you need to feel behind the pedal for where there's an opening, where it's just flat metal, i.e. you need to avoid like the bracketry or the actual welds for the arm that connect the pedal head. So just kind of get a feel for it, make sure the pedal's straight. You'll pop off the rubber grips that are on the Rennline pedals. And when you're happy, you'll take a drill and then you're going to just very quickly mark out where your pilot holes are going to go. The instructions say to use a 1/16 inch drill bit. So with the holes kind of marked out here, you can kind of see the process. Once you have the pilot holes marked, then you can go through and fully commit to drilling the holes out. And once the holes are drilled out, it's just a matter of lining up the pedals so that everything is straight, true, and then you're going to go ahead and thread in the self-tapping screws that are provided in the pedal kit. So that's really all the process is. It's the same for each of the pedals, ranging from the dead pedal and including the gas pedal. The gas pedal is actually a little bit easier because it's plastic, so that just makes it less of a fight to actually get the self-tappers like properly threaded and is rock solid. But other than that, you just really want to make sure, like, the key is to have the drill bit straight as you possibly can. And also when you're threading in the screws, the self-tappers, again, it's just a matter of keeping the drill as straight as you can in order to secure a tight fit. So that's really it as far as the process goes for the install. You're just going to rinse and repeat those same steps for each of the pedals. I chose to do the clutch, brake, and then the gas pedal. And then I saved the dead pedal for last for a very specific reason, and you can probably kind of see it in some of these clips. Turns out that the carpet in my car is ripped like right at the base of the dead pedal, and so it's a bit folded and just kind of overall it was a little difficult to work with. And one thing I noticed is trying to follow the Rennline instructions for the dead pedal was a little bit difficult because the screws that come with the dead pedal are different. They're not the self-tappers. I would recommend you just use the self-tappers because as far as I could tell, when I was trying to drill the holes in my car, it wouldn't go through all the way into the wheel well, which is what I was expecting, because in the 911 installs, it seems like that's where you bolt the backside of those. You thread on some locking nuts on the backside of those screws, and that's how it's secured. But the 944 seems to be like double walled. I don't know what the deal is. So what I recommend is just stick with the self-tappers, go through the carpet, and then it'll lock in and nothing is going to stick out the back. I actually pulled apart the wheel well expecting this to be the case. Turns out it was completely unnecessary to do all that. What I ended up doing for the time being was just using some metal screws that were black that I had on hand, and threaded those into the carpet and into the first layer of metal. And it's enough for a secure fit so that the dead pedal isn't moving or anything. It's securely attached to the carpet. But I think the real key here is I'm going to have to either at some point just replace all the carpet in the car. The more that I work with it, the more I'm realizing that it just could look a lot better. That, and potentially, as you'll see in a couple later clips, there's a little bit of staining from my clutch master cylinder, which was leaking onto my Lloyd mats. And it kind of also solidifies my desire to not really keep the Lloyd mats as daily driver mats. So who knows? Since I'm so happy with the quality of the Rennline pedals, and the anodization, the aluminum, how they feel, just all that stuff is so awesome. It's really got me thinking about upgrading to a set of track mats. I think that would be a really nice touch in this car. So yeah, a little bit of a caveat there that was specific to my situation, but if your carpet is in good shape and it's tight knit, then the dead pedal should have no problems fitting. Just might take a little bit of finagling and a little bit of extra time to get it just right. So as I mentioned before, these are the Gen 1 pedals, and I didn't opt for the throttle plate extensions, which are, if you're unfamiliar, are little pieces of aluminum that bolt onto the actual throttle pedal there, that allows you basically more real estate to make heel towing a bit easier. Not sure if I'm going to add that in the future. I'm kind of going back and forth on that too. But overall, the pedal feel is pretty fantastic, and I'm super stoked with how everything looks. Definitely super premium and well worth the upgrade. Not too sure how much longer the Gen 1s are going to be available, but there is a second generation that's available that looks just as cool with much more flexibility. All right, so the pedals are installed. They look fantastic, and that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Another little project done on the car, and I think it looks awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.